Arthur Mitchell may have ran over the deer in the last episode, but fear not, because we are Fog Entertainment and we are back for some more roadkill. Welcome back, guys, to the channel, and that is what Season 4, Episode 8 of Dexter is called. Roadkill. Despite the roadkill being in the last episode, they've decided to name Episode 8 Roadkill instead.
Which is weird. I don't really understand why they would call this one Roadkill.
More of a road trip, if you ask me. Maybe it's a road trip filled with killing, so I mean, possibly. Anyway, the name doesn't really matter. What happens inside the episode does matter. And we get to see Trinity and Dexter. I mean, they're going... You'd think these are childhood... maybe not childhood friends, because there's a bit of an age gap there.
Creepy uncle to the child.
But you get my point. Dexter is, he's letting his guard down almost against Trinity, and I know he plans on killing him, but... You just feel, even he puts it off, the slightest excuse, the slightest thing that doesn't go his way, he's like, well, I'll just kill him tomorrow. And we've never really seen Dexter do this, normally he's been a guy that, no, I must fit it in, there is no tomorrow, he's been a guy that has been forcing these kills in to try and get them done as quickly as possible, but with Trinity, it's almost like he's willing to put it off. Another day he puts it off, so another day he gets to spend and learn the Trinity way.
The Trinity code or the Harry code? It's all about Harry. It has to be Harry, right? You can't be listening to Trinity, Dexter. It just can't go down this way, big man. But he's obsessing over the Jonathan Farrow murder. It didn't fit the code of Harry. And you know what? It's eating him alive. I didn't fucking mean it.
It does. He's frustrated. He breaks Farrow's blood slide because since Farrow's not a proper kill, it's not a kill that he wanted, it's not a kill that he's happy with. Could argue it's a kill that he's even ashamed with. I don't know if Dexter feels ashamed over this, but he regrets it, that's for sure. So he breaks the blood slide and cuts his finger in the process. In the briefing room, Angel Batista informs the team that Jonathan Farrow is officially a missing person.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, here, Dexter, he cleans up well, so it's not like it's ever going to come back to bite him in the arse, Jonathan Farrow. But it's eating him alive. And I like the fact when Angel Batista's like he's been murdered, and it's like his inner voice is like, it was a fucking accident.
Yeah, Dexter felt like he was being judged a little bit. But, the guy, I guess he has got... has he got morals, or is it just a case of what's right and what's wrong, and for him, killing someone, it's not a killer's not right?
Absolutely, at one point it had to be about killing killers, but then he's adjusted it since then. We've seen the Serial Man, he killed him because he was a pedophile, and you know what?
Or maybe he just really wanted his milk.
Maybe he wanted his milk, but you know what? That milk has went stale. That milk is out of date. He had to kill him.
Been consumed, mate. What are you talking about?
It is a code that I think needed altered. Let's be honest, man. I think murder in certain ways can be justified. Hell, I think what Dexter does is justified.
Yeah, but it's only justified because he's killing killers. I hate that phrase, man. That's fucking bullshit. Murder's only justified when you're killing like the scum of the earth.
No, I think Dexter killing the paedophile's justified.
No, I agree that it is.
So therefore, murder is justified in certain...
Yeah, but it depends on who you're killing. Just to throw...
Jonathan Farrow's not justifiable. Even if he has a scumbag. He's not the scummiest of scumbags, but... Here, we can debate it all day, but the fact of the matter is this. Dexter has eaten his conscience alive.
Aye, he regrets it. He wishes he could hit the rewind button.
What is wrong with you? He doesn't know. He's fidgeting about in his chair. He's doing a wee spinner-rooney, man. The wheels are coming off. It's about to implode, damn it. But this is when Debra steps up to task here, whips out the murders, the bludgeoning murders, but then there's an accidental slide in here of a bathtub murder, and oh, damn! The mask has slipped at this point because the whole point of this is not letting anyone know this is the Trinity kill that they're on to here. It's supposed to just be the fact that it's the bludgeonings, but, I tell you what, this is very amateur work for Debra. You're showing a police presentation, and you've put this slide in that you're not supposed to show purposely? Come on!
Purposely?
Yeah, you're not supposed to show purposely.
I should never put it in purposely, though.
Aye. That's what I'm saying. She's not supposed to show it purposely. She's put it in.
Oh, it's an accident, isn't it?
Oh, it's a big fuck up, man. That's why she'll never be top dog detective. Can't be done. Do you think Frank Lundy's putting this in accidentally?
No.
Because Frank Lundy...
Check him again.
The only thing that might go into Frank Lundy accidentally is a fucking bullet.
Aye, maybe a wee bullet, aye, but Frank Lundy probably, at 1 o'clock lunchtime, he's making sure these slides are correct.
Yo, see Frank Lundy, man, right? See his cucumber sandwiches? It was always 5 slices of cucumber. It's never going to be 4. It's never going to be 6.
5.5.
Aye, it was 5.
If a sixth slice found its way in there, he would have picked it out.
It was 5. But look at her here. Dexter's like, oh, don't do it. Look at her, don't do it. But then she's like, fuck it, right? We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to get this Trinity killer. Look at her's drinking the Debra Kool-Aid at this point. The guy must be, in his 50s, near 60. Let's get him. Let's hunt this bastard down.
Yep, they are going to get him, but the bad news is, because it is now linked, that means Debra can't work the case.
Wah, wah, wah. And it's funny here, because, we're looking for a guy, middle-aged, old, white hair, could be quite tall, and it's like, well, how many white guys that are retired live in Miami? A lot. A hell of a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's like the breeding field for old, rich, white, retired guys.
Absolutely, but Arthur Mitchell, he is sitting here, he's brushing his wee coffin down. What's this coffin? Who's this for?
Don't know, but Arthur Mitchell has been preparing a coffin. He's been building one from scratch, and it looks pretty good, to be honest. He's put a lot of work into this. We seen him sweating over it in the last episode, so yeah, a lot of hard work has been into Arthur Mitchell building this coffin. Dexter, though, still going by the name of Kyle Butler, visits Arthur Mitchell at his home, and he asks Jonah how he's doing, and Jonah's now got Arthur's new car. Or old car, should I say.
Yeah, and then, you've got Arthur spotting at the corner of his eye, this guy polishing it correctly. Son, you gotta do it this way.
And he's like, I was doing it that way. If you were doing it correctly, I wouldn't have to correct you. And then he goes over and shouts at his daughter for not spraying the fucking flowers enough.
Small cracks in the perfect family.
So yeah, Dexter's looking on here going, maybe Arthur Mitchell's not the perfect father. Maybe he is not the perfect dad with the perfect family. So yeah, we get that after Jonah and Rebecca get scolded. Arthur makes a remark about the 4 walls, or they're doing another build, and he's going to Tampa, and that means Dexter's thinking one thing: he needs to get to Tampa as well. So he needs an excuse, and he finds the geekiest thing that he can. He explains to LaGuerta that he needs to go to this barometric pressure blood splatter East Coast meteorological conference.
Yes, Dexter, go. If you go, will you shut up? Yes. So
yeah, he bores LaGuerta into giving him permission to go. He also has to do the same with Rita. Rita's just looking at him, not having a clue what he's talking about, but Rita thinks, if it makes you happy, then it makes me happy, as long as you get me Tuesday nights off for yoga. Dexter doesn't care about Tuesday nights. All he cares about, tonight is the night.
Tonight is the night, but what happens if tonight lands on Tuesday at one point?
Well, then yoga's got a problem.
It might be a big problem, but then we see Arthur, he's preparing for the trip, so is Dexter. Dexter's got his plan in motion. And then Arthur, he pours what seems to be the last of Fury's ashes into a little glass container. What could that possibly be? It's among his clothes. Who's he going to kill next? We'll have to see. But then you've got Arthur, he's set to take off, but then Dexter appears. I gotta go with you, man. The voice is in my head. I hear them loud and clear.
But Arthur kind of brushes him off. It's like, nah, Kyle, can't be dealing with you at the moment. I gotta go myself. He's trying to drive off, but Dexter's not letting him. He's like, come on, Arthur, please. You said you'd help me. And reluctantly, Arthur then tells him to jump in, and they go on a ride. But for the entire ride, Arthur's just pissed off that Dexter's there. He doesn't want Dexter there because obviously there's something that Arthur has planned, and Dexter believes that he could potentially be starting another cycle.
Yeah, is he going to be starting another cycle? I mean, tends to be every time he does one of these, he does do a cycle, so I would bank on it. I'd bet money on it.
Arthur tries to get Dexter to open up with what's bothering him, but Dex just refuses to say anything, and he's not willing to open up.
He's not, but then they have like a pit stop. Dexter uses a vending machine, and he's like, you can't be doing that, Dex. Or you can't be doing that, Kyle. Kyle, why are you going to the damn vending machine, damn it? He's like, I can't help you if you don't open up. Then he goes to drive away and leave him here at this like motorway, service station. And he's like, I killed a man. You said, what, Kyle?
Yeah,
Kyle!
And Dexter's a little bit pissed that Trinity's acting as if, how dare you do that when this guy's just...
You of all men, calling me out on killing.
It's a bit hypocritical, Dexter believes, but Kyle Butler... he paints it as an accident, a hunting accident.
No, absolutely. He does paint it as a hunting accident, but again, it still is killing a guy, and you can see. I actually think this is genuine, though. For Big Arthur, he's weird. He's a weird fucking guy.
He is weird, so that's it. Arthur then, I guess, he lets him jump back in. He wants to help him. So, yeah, well, Arthur helped Dexter. At the station, Angel, LaGuerta, Quinn, Masuka are discussing the bludgeoning cases. Debra's listening in. Deb then tries to communicate with Quinn through mimes and eyes and
Mimes?
sign languages, and Quinn thinks that she's offering a blowjob, but it turns out she's trying to get swabs. She wants swabs, DNA swabs, mouth swabs.
Mouth swabs for every old white man in Miami. Can we get them done? Masuka, fuck it, he took it personal.
Yeah,
Didn't he?
Masuka's like, nah, come on, I've got twins this weekend.
We gotta have protocol rolling, damn it. Come on, let's
So
do it.
Masuka doesn't want to do this because he's got a big weekend planned, but it's going to happen. Swabs are going to be swabbed out. But the department, I mean, we did get some scenes where LaGuerta and Angel were going over finances and could the department afford it, which honestly done nothing for me. But then Quinn walks in drunk and hands, just while they're about to have sex, and he hands them this like form, and it's pretty much everybody in the department is donating one of their holiday days in order to make up the funds for the swabbing.
Yeah, it just seems a bit dead, the fact that everyone needs... Would you give up a day, holiday day, for a wild goose chase? I mean, I guess police forces, they all unite, don't they? They have that, like, brotherly love.
Here, I fucking offered to give up a holiday because my place is shite and we're stuck for hours and we couldn't afford to get anybody in. And I said, well, here, give them one of my days.
I agree with that.
But I don't need the money, guys, because I'm a YouTube sensation.
Self-confessed billionaire, damn it.
Yeah, anyway, so they go back to having sex. The next day when they're on the table just breaks and Batista says that he's glad that didn't happen the night before, but Debra and Quinn kind of know what's going on here.
Yeah, everyone.
The table just didn't break for no reason there. Batista, bit of a heavy-set guy. I wouldn't say LaGuerta's
La Passion!
LaGuerta not the skinniest of people either. Like, so that's, it's a wee bit of meat on that table, I guess.
Aye, absolutely. A big pile of meat on that table, but Trinity tells Dexter that he's got a surprise for him, and we're going to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah, so yeah, we just see him and he's dancing. He's doing the Ric Flair strut. Woo! So Trinity's all happy, all excited, and Dexter's like, "Damn, might not have time to kill him." So Dexter then puts it off until the following day. We then see Trinity take Dexter to this random house. We don't know what they're going for, but two Asian people open the door, and Arthur is like, "Hey, I'm Arthur Mitchell, and this is I guess Cal Butler, and me no buy nothing." And Arthur's like, "I'm not selling you shit," and he just like walks straight into the house and runs up the stairs. And these Asian people are like, "What the hell? Got the cops!
Get out of our house!" Dexter's like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, get out of my house! So yeah, we get that. Arthur Mitchell goes upstairs. He goes into the bathroom. And he kind of just freezes, and he's like, "This is where it was."
I watched my sister shower. That's a bit weird, Arthur.
Arthur's like, "Kyle, I was 10. There was no sick. There was nothing sick about it, Arthur then reveals that his sister slipped and she cut herself and she bled out in the bathtub. And then he talks about how his mother ended up committing suicide because of that.
Jumping.
And then that leads to the fact that his father turned into like a nasty person, or nastier than he already was. And alludes to the fact that he ended up getting bludgeoning, I believe, by Arthur Mitchell himself.
Yeah, he leaves that out though, but then Dexter in his head pretty much like, you killed him.
And that's where the Trinity comes from. So we learn that basically Arthur Mitchell's repeating the 3 deaths that pretty much formed his childhood.
But we knew this a few episodes ago when Dexter figured it out. When he figured it out that all 3 of his family members died this way. But it's intriguing now to know that Arthur actually did in fact kill his father.
Yeah, but I mean, for all we knew, it could have just been somebody wiped out Arthur's family.
Well, true.
But now we know Arthur kind of feels responsible for wiping them out.
Yeah, I mean, a bit sympathetic for the guy, but then he just takes a fucking absolute turn on the wild side. Dexter's like, "Oh, I've got this place we can go to eat." Sits down, checks in, comes back. He checks into the Geek Fest, comes back.
Gets a wee photo to make sure he was there. Arthur's like, "How did you said this place was recommended?" And it's like Dexter made it as if they were going to like some 5-star restaurant. Turns out they went to a dump. But when Dexter gets back, you've got Arthur Mitchell sitting at a table with a family, and the family look very awkward, and Arthur Mitchell tells Kyle to sit down. He introduces Kyle Butler to everybody, and the family's just looking awkward, like, save us, Kyle.
This is very weak here for this father, isn't it?
Aye.
I mean, Arthur was pretty much touching up the kids and the wife at the dinner table, man, and this guy's just fucking sitting there doing nothing. And then Kyle's like, we need to go. Need to go now. He's like, yeah, Kyle told me something this morning, guys. It was some good shit. And then he just basically forces him out. It was a good scene, though. I enjoyed it. But I think Arthur's beginning to go off the rails. He's going off the reservation.
Yeah, Arthur then they should learn to speak the truth. So he's trying to basically tell this guy how to raise his kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what he's telling him, but it's just, I mean, he says Dexter embarrassed him in the restaurant. I think he embarrassed himself, no?
He did. So, I mean...
He doesn't view it as an embarrassment. That's the only thing.
No.
He thought he was probably acting normal here.
Yeah, Dexter then says that he wants to make a stop, he wants to give to the four walls build. Arthur's like, yeah, you know what? That works. That's a good idea.
Nice donation.
But he also wants to pick up some things for Arthur Mitchell's murder as well, so 2 in 1 there. With Dexter back in Miami, Debra gets her hands on the discarded photos of Tarla Grant and is looking at them in the women's restroom. LaGuerta comes in, she's singing, she's happy. Debra's hiding something, LaGuerta's hiding something, they're both hiding something. Debra then realises that her bullet wounds, the stitches, the way they've healed, they're a straight exit. So, I mean, they went in straight, they came out straight, which means somebody smaller than 6'4" must have shot her. So, Deb goes to the lab. She wants to tell Masuka to find out the height of the person that killed her. Masuka, though, he's mesmerised by Debra taking her top off. She tells him, they're just tits. And Masuka's like, but they're your tits. They're perky tits. So Masuka Masuka is mesmerised here. And after Masuka standing on a bit of a step ladder and going up and down and posing awkwardly, he realises that Debra's shooter wasn't 6'4" and it was somebody more Masuka's height.
Yeah, somebody more Masuka. I mean, what height is Masuka? Like 5'6"?
He said he was 5'8".
I think, yeah, 5'8" on a good day, Masuka. Shite day, 5'5". But, I mean, who's this? Who could this be then?
Masuka, that's Faruka.
I don't think it's Masuka for obvious reasons, but
or he could have just been crouching down, solid snake style, you know. So, is what it is. She though thinks that it wasn't the Trinity killer, and she's obviously now excited because that means if it's not the Trinity killer, then she can work on the case of who shot her.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, no, she can work on the Trinity killer case because the Trinity killer is not the one who shot her. So, I mean, that's a bit of a positive there for Debra. We've got Elliot over at the house. Looks like Elliot and Rita are getting a little bit close. Elliot's taking Dexter's place, really. He had a fish. He wants to gut it. He wants to cook it. So, aye.
Filler, though, isn't it, at the end of the day? He's running around with a fish head, like, and it's like, yeah, well, Dexter's got Trinity, big man. What have you got? A fish.
Yeah, then they go to the hotel room. Dexter gets up that night, early in the morning. It's like 4 o'clock. He's going to make the kill. He's going to take out Arthur. He goes into Arthur's room. Lo and behold, Arthur is not there. Arthur is on the move. So Dexter has to chase him down. He chases him to the 4 build site because it's close by. He thinks that he's going to be too late. It's Arthur Mitchell already going to find his first victim. Although the first kill would be the bathtub kill, and why would Arthur Mitchell be doing that at the construction build site? You know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe the bludgeoning, or maybe the second one, but yeah. I don't know. It's like, is a bathtub kill really going to be happening at this 4 walls build?
What I think though here is what I think what Trinity was planning to do here was kill himself the whole time.
No shit.
Yeah.
But Dexter doesn't think that, does he? He thinks he's starting to...
No, you're saying no shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Dexter doesn't know that.
I know Dexter doesn't know that.
So why is the bathtub kill going to happen at the build site?
Because maybe he installed a fucking bathtub there. I don't know. Well, hold on. Dexter's smarter than me and you combined. Our IQ's probably scrape a triple digit. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Dexter probably should have figured that out beforehand.
You think Dexter's got a higher IQ than us combined? Surely not.
Nah, I don't think he does.
Nah,
Nah, but I like this. He saved them.
Two
and he's like,
Somalians would be getting a higher IQ than Dexter combined, or at least close to him.
at least close to him. But yeah, I like this. He saves him. He's like, why am I saving a man that I want to kill? And then he goes to drop him, but then two other guys save him. You came into my life, Kyle. God is real. God is real.
Yeah, so Arthur then, God brought you to save me, Kyle. Kyle, you're the man. So yeah, Kyle Butler, Dexter Morgan saved Arthur. And how many times now is Kyle / Dexter had the chance just to end this man, and he's either not taking that chance or he's out of his way to save him? And it's just, it's dumb. It's dumb. Harry's not impressed.
He needs to act, doesn't he?
Harry thinks that Dexter just needs to get this over and done with. So
Harry didn't appear in this episode, to be fair, but
yeah,
I know what he thinks.
Yeah, Arthur then says, let's not talk about this, Kyle. I'm embarrassed, but I'm not suicidal. You don't speak about this. Likewise, I won't tell anybody how Kyle killed an innocent man. And on their way back, they get caught in line for the DNA checkpoints. Dexter tells Arthur Mitchell that he heard of some huge serial killer and they're looking for DNA. Arthur's face, though, doesn't give anything away. He then sees a red car pull it and do a 180 to drive back the way it came, and Arthur goes, this guy in the red car's got the right idea. We don't want to be stuck here all day. Arthur Mitchell suggests the scenic route instead, and he laughs as they drive away, and the episode comes to an end. So, also a little bit of trivia. Roadkill. It's not about a killing on the road, but a road that leads to killing. Dexter's planned to kill Arthur, and Arthur plans to kill himself.
Well, I'm glad they cleared that up. But here, we're back to Trinity here. He drove away, passing it off as the guy in the red car put that shitstorm in motion, but we all know he was planning to. Not going to get a DNA swab, puts him in the system.
We also had Vince Masuka mention Lila West in this episode. And
the Quinn, yeah.
And Quinn was impressed. Quinn was interested, for sure. Probably the only time
You don't even know half of it, buddy.
Probably the only time Quinn's actually took an interest in Masuka.
Probably.
So yeah, we have that, and that's pretty much it. There was some fish caught as well. We want some trivia about the fish then. It was called a pompano.
Pompano, your ass on out of here,
a popular species among fishermen in South Florida.
I will give this episode an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8 as well. Better than 7, and I really enjoyed Arthur. Sometimes this episode he had a lot of energy, didn't he? He was dancing, he was full of life.
There was times he wanted to kill himself.
Well, he wasn't successful, so we'll see what happens. Though Dexter seems like he's put the murder of Jonathan Farrell behind him. He was a little bit upset about it, but nothing too extreme.
Doesn't seem to have bothered him.
Yeah, he's moved on, and we will move on as well, guys. Let's catch us in the next one. We'll see you then. Till then, peace.